Summer is finally here. This is a good time to refresh and learn new skills. Hey, my name is Bhavani Kola. Welcome back to my channel. In today's session, I will be showing you how to create a quick interactive PowerPoint presentations, and this can be used throughout various disciplines. I will also be showing you how to save this presentation as a PPS file, so when your students open it, they open directly as a slideshow. So without a further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So here I am on a blank PowerPoint presentation. What I would like to do is I would like to go ahead format the background so the image that I'm using does not move. To do that, I'm going to right click, format background, and here a new tab opens up. I'm going to go ahead and click picture or texture, and I'm going to insert a picture. And I'm going to insert a picture from online pictures, and here I am simply going to type in cell, and I'm going to look for a picture. And the first picture that pops up is perfectly fine, but you can go ahead and pick whatever you like. If you are a geography teacher, you want to go ahead and put maps there. It's totally up to you. This technique can be used across various disciplines. So I'm going to click on the first picture that I see, and I'm going to insert it. And as you can see, my picture has been inserted, but I would like to go ahead and center the picture. So to do that, I am simply going to format the offset. So all the way on the right hand side, you can see that my format is offset a little bit. So I'm going to make it to 0 and 0 here. And now my entire cell is centralized. But if you want to, you can go ahead and change it further. So I'm just going to put 9%. Throughout, and there I have it. Now it's more centered. Once this is done, my goal is to cover up the names so that when my students click on it, they kind of reveal themselves. So I'm going to click insert shape. Here I'm picking a rounded rectangle. You can pick whatever shape you want, and I'm going to press Control, and here I have the first shape. And again, I'm going to go ahead and change the outline. So I do not want any outline, and I want the fill to match the background, which is white. So here you see I have my first rectangle that is covering up. And what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to copy this rectangle and paste it over all the names of the cells. To copy it, you simply press Control and drag. And there I have it. So all the names have been covered up. I'm just going to move this to the side. And that's perfect. Let me close this. And once this is done, I want to go ahead and insert a click here button. So when my students click there, the name of that particular cell automatically reveals itself. To do that, again, I'm not going to prepare anything. I'm simply going to insert a picture of click here. To do that, I click on insert and pictures, online pictures. And here I'm going to type in click here, and I'm going to press enter. And I think I like this picture. I'm going to go ahead and click on it and insert. And again, I'm going to delete whatever that I don't want. And I'm going to minimize my picture. There I have it. Remember, I need more than one. So again, I'm going to duplicate it by simply pressing and holding my Control key. So Control, one goes here. Control, one goes here. Control, one goes here. Control, one goes here. And there I have it. Now, once this is done, the next step is to create the magic and the animations. So let's go to animation pane. And here is my animation pane. I want to animate my white text boxes. So when I click on click here button, the text box automatically disappears. To do that, I'm going to click on my rectangle, and I'm going to pick an animation. Keep in mind, we are picking an animation that disappears. So I'm going to click on add animation, and I'm going to look for exit animations, and I want to disappear as, let's see, fade, no. I am going to look for a shape. I think I like that. And as you can see, my click here is in the way. So I'm going to move it to the side. And now let me play the animation. And that's perfect. Now let's go ahead and copy the same animation to all my rectangular boxes. So I'm gonna click on the animation, use my animation painter, and copy this animation to all my rectangles. So animation painter, There you go. Animation Painter. All right. So once this is done, my next step is to go ahead and see how it plays. So when I click on slideshow, okay, I click this. Okay, as you can see, when I click here, this random animation is playing, and when I click here, this random animation is playing. To do that, for all these animations to sync in, I have to go ahead and insert my triggers. Let's go ahead and do that. So the best way to insert your triggers is to go to your Home tab and click on Selection pane. In here, I would like to name my text boxes and my pictures so that they sync in. So I'm going to click on my first text box, and as you can see, this has been highlighted. I'm going to say rectangle 1. Just to keep my life simple, I'm just going to say rectangle 1. And this is going to be my second rectangle, so I'm going to say rectangle 2. I will go ahead and name all of these. Once I finish naming my rectangles, now I'm going to go back and name the pictures as well. So when I click on this click here, that's my first picture that has to be associated with my first rectangle. So I'm going to go ahead and change the name to picture 1. This is my second picture that has to be associated with the second rectangle. So when I click on this little picture here, as you can see, it has been highlighted on the right hand side. I simply click on it or double click on it and change the name to picture 2. I'm going to go ahead and change all of the pictures and come right back. Now, as you can see, my pictures and my rectangles have been named. So I have rectangle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the respective pictures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the next step is to go ahead and add those triggers. So when I click on the first picture, the first rectangle disappears or opens up the name of the cell. To do that, I will go back to my animation pane. I'm going to close the selection pane, click on animation pane, and here on the first rectangle, I'm going to add a trigger. So when I click on trigger, it says on click of, that is when I click that particular picture, I want this animation to play. And it also gives me all these options. So I want the first rectangle to create or to reveal its animation when I click on the first picture. There I have it. When I click on the fourth rectangle, I'm going to add a trigger to that. When I click on the fourth picture, I want that animation to pop up. I'll go ahead and finish the rest of the rectangles. So click on rectangle 3, click on your trigger. Here you have an option on click of. So I want the rectangle 3 to animate when I click on picture 3. So rectangle 2, trigger, animate when I click on picture 2. So now you understand why naming the rectangles same as the pictures makes much more sense. The last rectangle, trigger 5, picture 5. Now let's go ahead and take a look. So now when I click on click here, the first click here picture, this rectangle animates. So when I click on click here, the respective rectangle animates. And I think it's a little bit slow. So what I'm going to do is select all of these, select my entire animation here, and I'm going to click on effect options. And my timings, I want it to be fast. I don't want it to be too slow. Trust me, students don't like that. So now let's go back to my slideshow, click on it, there I have it, click on it, there I have it, click on it, there I have it. So here you can use multiple pictures, you can use a math graph, you can use world map, you can use a timeline, you can use it across various disciplines. So once you're completely done with your animations, you have checked your animations, the next step is to save your PowerPoint presentation. I would highly recommend saving your interactive PowerPoint presentations as .ppsx file, just so that when you upload it to your LMS or anywhere, when your students click and open that, it automatically opens up as a slideshow. To do that, you simply click on File, Save As, and here you have an option to save your PowerPoint presentation as .ppsx file, which is a PowerPoint show. So when your students click on it, they do not have any editing options. It automatically opens up as a slideshow. So all you have to do is click on this one and save your file. I have done that, and here are two different options on my desktop. Here is the first one as a PowerPoint presentation. Here is my next file as a PowerPoint slideshow. So when I double click and open this one, as you can see, it automatically opens up in a slideshow. My students don't have any of the editing options. All they have to do is click here and learn and play with this PowerPoint interactive presentation. Stay tuned for the next set of interactive PowerPoint presentations coming up your way. Trust me, you will enjoy them more. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new today. If you did, please make sure you like, subscribe, and if you think it's worth sharing, please go ahead and do so. And if you want me to make more interactive PowerPoint presentations, please make sure you leave a comment in the comment section below. And don't forget to tell me what you are doing in your summertime. And always remember, happy teaching, and please take care of yourself.